say good evening, boys and girls, since this is Books for Bedtime. This is Dr. Lurkins, and my story is called The Three Snow Bears, and it's by Jan Brett. All the illustrations, they're just absolutely wonderful. "Come back!" Aluki shouted as her huskies floated out to sea. Oh no, she knew that although an ice floe is a good place to fish, it is a bad place to lose a dog team. Not far away, a snow bear family had just started to eat their breakfast, but it was way too hot for Baby Bear. Here's the Papa Bear. "Owie!" yowled Baby Bear. "My breakfast burned my mouth." "Well, we'll go for a stroll and let the soup cool," said Mama Bear. Aluki was running along looking for her dogs when she came upon the biggest igloo she'd ever seen. Who lives here, she wondered. Oh, this story sounding like another fairy tale we might know. Here's Aluki. Aluki ducked inside right away and smelled something delicious. Across the room, she saw a big bowl, a middle-sized bowl, and a small bowl. Surely the good smell was coming from the three bowls. And look at here, her dog's still out on the ice floe. Aluki took a sip from the biggest bowl. "Ow!" she cried out. "Too hot." She took a sip from the middle-sized bowl. "Ooh, too cold." She tipped the littlest bowl and drank every drop. She said, "Not too hot and not too cold." And here are the three bears playing out on the ice floes. In the next room, Aluki spotted 3 pairs of beautiful boots standing in a row. She put on the biggest boot. "Too big," she said. She put on the middle-sized boot. "Too fancy." She put on the littlest pair. "Just right," she said, wiggling her toes in the soft fur lining. Aluki walked to the last room and found a long sleeping bench piled high with fur covers. Heat from an oil lamp warmed her cheek and made her sleepy. Time for a nap, she thought. She crawled under the highest mound of covers. "Oh, too lumpy," she grumbled. She tried the middle bed with the furry fringe cover, but sank down so far that she could hardly breathe. "Too soft," she said. She rolled over into the smallest sleeping place. The furry blanket was cozy and warm, and the pillow was just her size. "Just right," Aluki murmured, and she was asleep before she could take her boots off. Here are the bears, and it looks like they've gotten hold of Aluki's dogs. If Aluki hadn't fallen fast asleep, she might have heard her dogs barking happily. Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear had spotted them adrift in a strong current and had gone out to save them. The Snow Bear was pushing Aluki's dog team back toward the igloo in safety. Papa Bear crawled into the igloo and saw his bowl sitting in a pool of spilled soup. "Someone's been tasting my soup," he roared. Mama Bear rushed in and saw that her soup had been sloshed around too. "Someone's been sipping my soup," she growled. "Someone found my soup," sputtered Baby Bear in her high squeaky voice, "and they ate it all up." Here are the dogs, waiting for Aluki. Papa Bear ran into the next room and saw his boots in the middle of the floor. "Someone's been trying on my boots," he boomed in his big bear voice. Mama Bear put on her fancy boot. "Someone had these on," she huffed, "and the fur is all bunched up." Baby Bear saw that her boots had disappeared. "Someone has taken my boots and left these not as good ones," she wailed. The bears ran into their bedroom. "Someone has been sleeping in my bed," Papa Bear bellowed. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed, too," Mama Bear cried. Baby Bear peeked at her little bed and squeaked, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed, and here she is." Look at her, fast asleep. I wonder what they're going to do. I wonder if they're going to kick her out. Lukey opened her eyes and saw the 3 bear noses, only inches away. Look at how close they are. That's pretty close. I'd run. I don't know about you, but I'd run. She hopped out of bed and dove between Papa Bear's legs. Huge, furry legs. Oh no, look at her. She looks so scared. Quicker than a seal, Lukey ran from room to room until she burst outside. Her huskies bounced around, barking and smiling their doggy grins. Look awfully happy to see her. Lukey and her dogs flew over the frozen ice, dodging ridges and cracks. She looked back to wave a thank you to the snow bears. She couldn't see them, but she heard a big gruff voice and a middle-sized voice and a high squeaky voice calling out to her, "Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye." And that is the end of our story written by Jan Brett, The 3 Snow Bears. I wonder if you can guess which story this is very similar to. There's also 3 bears in that story too. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope on Monday when I see you, you can tell me what other story had 3 bears and a little girl similar to a Lukey. All right, boys and girls, sit tight.